Hey, what's going on, guys? It is Michael Pinetto with Tech Examined, and yes, you read that right. We are taking a look at the Galaxy S6 Edge from the folks at Samsung. So I'm sure you guys have seen tons of unboxings. We know what comes with it by now. You've probably seen many first impressions, camera tests, all that, and probably some reviews on this phone as it goes. But my first impressions of this, real simple. We're going to go over build quality first and foremost. This phone is absolutely stunning to look at in person. Yes, I do have the S6 Edge version, which does look a little different than your normal phone because of the curvature on it, and of course it does stand out and people do take notice to it. And the glass back, the glass front, the framing around it, the aluminum framing, it is a gorgeous looking phone. They hit it right out of the ballpark with this. Even the camera on the back looks nice. The way the design is, it flows into it. The S6 Edge does feel a little bit weird in the hands at first because you're used to the idea of just getting a little bit boxy, or just you're not used to it falling off so quickly, which could be a good thing or a bad thing depending on your style. Now, at the end of the day, I don't think it really bothers me all that much. But I do feel a little bit more comfortable with the S6, so I went back and forth trying to figure it out. Screen protectors are coming out that actually fold around the edges. A much different vibe than the iPhone 6 when it comes to the bend on the phone. This is much more doable and much more livable when it comes to a screen protector. So you're going to see screen protectors that actually go around it and cover it a lot better. Next up, I got to talk to you guys about the screen. This is absolutely gorgeous. A 5.1-inch display, 577 ppi, and a screen resolution of 2560 by 1440. Hell, that is the screen resolution on an iMac on this screen. It looks absolutely gorgeous on here. Super AMOLED, and just everything pops. The only knock I have against it, and this is against many phones in general, just because of the colors that you get, when you're out in the sun, it tends to be a little bit shiny, too shiny on the front. And I do just have to bump up the brightness on this a little bit. Typically, I go about half on my screen here, but I do bump a little bit up a little bit when I'm outside. But it's really not even that horrible, to be honest with you. But I've just seen better screens out there in sunlight to deal with it. I thought that having the bend on the sides would mess with the resolution on that, but Samsung hit it out of the park with this. There is no degradation in the fold. Even when you're watching a video that starts panning and it's going off the side of the screen or the top and the bottom, it just looks so cool watching it fold over as you're doing it, because you don't lose any resolution when you're doing that. One of the biggest bone of contentions with Samsung users as opposed to HTC, iPhone, was the batteries weren't removable, and Samsung's were. Well, with the S6 Edge and the S6, the batteries are no longer removable, thus bringing on the people who just hate it, can't stand it, and don't like it. Now, the battery in the S6 Edge is slightly larger than the S6. This is a 2600 milliamp battery, and the S6 is a 2550 milliamp battery. Really no change I've seen in performance with my friends and other YouTubers compared to this. The battery is just okay. It will get you through a complete day if you're someone that is just normal to light use, and maybe even a little bit more than normal. It will get you through the day. If you're someone that picks the phone up constantly and is doing email, Twitter, watching videos, talking on it, you will probably only make it through part of the day. And what I mean part of the day is probably about 6, 7 a.m. till about 4 or 5 p.m. When I did have a heavy usage on it, that's about how long it lasted for me. But when I used it lightly, which typically is my work day, I will check it every once in a while. My emails at lunch, I might watch a video, go through my emails, and then as I start driving home at the end of the day, I've got about 55 to 40%, 40 to 50% battery left at 5 o'clock. So that will get me through the night till about 8, 9 o'clock before I have to put it on the charger. And it is what it is. You know, you're not going to get the best battery life out of something like this, and the phone's getting smaller and smaller. It's just, it is what it is. It's not the worst battery in the world. It's not the best. It's just kind of there. So something you got to deal with if you're someone that just destroys your phone. Good thing they have the super fast charger for this, which could go from 0 to 100% in probably about an hour and 20 minutes. I think I've tested it out at that. So one of the biggest positives on this phone, and anyone who watches me on YouTube knows, I am a huge proponent of the iPhone camera. I always thought it was a great camera. They did a great job. It may not be the biggest or most megapixels out there, but it didn't matter because the processor that Apple uses is just phenomenal. Well, Samsung always had a pretty good camera in its own right, and probably, if not the same, maybe a different style than the iPhone as far as colors, and the interface was a little bit different. But the camera on this phone and these two models are absolutely killer. They are awesome. 16 megapixels on the back, 5 megapixels on the front. The front looks spectacular. You can do a video of yourself and keep an eye on what you're doing on this thing, and it's absolutely amazing. I'm going to have more tests on this between the S6 and, the Edge and the iPhone 6. You get all those numbers getting confused, and I will bring that to you guys on that. So that being said, the interface on this, amazing. It's a little bit different from the previous TouchWiz, but they did a great job. I have no problems using this from a manual standpoint to an automatic standpoint to editing to touching them up. Just absolutely amazing, bar none, no complaints at all about the camera. So overall, I am extremely impressed with this phone. I would recommend it to anyone who's picking up a new phone that's an Android user or wants to go over to Android. The only difference is taste. Do you like this style or don't you? At the end of the day, I think that is the only difference between the two phones as far as what you want. It's what you like. Both phones do a great job, and the only difference you have is just the folded screen and the different functionality on the side. I didn't even go over that because I don't really even use it, to be completely honest with you. So what am I going to do? I'm returning this, and I'm getting the S6. So yes, I'm keeping the phone. I am that impressed with it. I'm using it as my daily driver. I'm going to continue to use it as my daily driver because I'm just that happy with it. And I just don't have anything bad to say about it. You've heard the few complaints that I've had, and my tech guys, friends, heard me complain about Twitter apps, which I'll get into in a later video. So I think I found one. So if you guys are watching this, I found one. It's all good. I'll stop complaining about it. So overall, like I said, you cannot go wrong with this phone, in my opinion. I think it's a great phone. They did a great job with it, and hopefully they continue to get better with it. So that is it that I can think of. I made a bunch of notes to try to keep it concise. This is a little longer than I wanted it to be, but you know what? It's worth it. It's a good phone. So guys, if you enjoyed this content, please be sure to hit that thumbs up button and comment down below. Let me know what you think of this phone, if you're someone that's used it, and we can talk about it. If you want to catch my next video, please be sure to hit that subscribe button. Your support is always appreciated, and I want to thank you guys for joining me. Lots coming up on this, lots of other products coming up. Stick around, and I will talk to you guys later.